cleanse my palate there. Ugh. World Tag League, nasty. All right, getting into some more G1 Climax. I'm gonna be doing the Tyler Mask G1 Climax Award. Woo! Yeah, we got some winners. We got some winners here. So, I originally was gonna do a top 10 matches from G1 Climax, but decided I don't want to rank these matches. You know, I feel like if I say a match is great, check it out. Check it out. I mean, there's 10 matches here I'm going to be talking about. And originally was going to be a top 10. Then I said, let's do a top 5 for each. Top 5 for A block, top 5 for B block. Then I looked at B block and I said, well, damn, I don't think they have 5 great matches. So I guess it's going to be a top 4 for B block and top 6 for A block. Like, yo, I'll be honest, bro. B block was really great in like the first half. And then the last half was just like, I don't know what happened to B block in the last half of the G1. But like, they started stinking it up. Like, let's all put our hands together for Tetsuya Knighto, because he carried this block on his back, baby. He carried this block on his back. Because Sanada, he wasn't doing shit for a lot of it unless he was in the ring with Naito. Evil was getting on my fucking nerves this entire tournament. Tanashi was doing his thing. You know, Tanashi, he's the GOAT, obviously, but he wasn't going to carry this block on his back. If Naito was in here, B-Block would have sucked ass. Let me just be honest. B-Block would have been ass if Naito was not here. So I'm glad Naito was there. A-Block in the beginning was really the snooze fest. Then they woke the hell up after day 5. And they were started filing on all cylinders after that. So like, B-Block had a good run for like all of 2 days. All of 2 days did B-Block have this tournament basically in the bag. But speaking of B-Block, we'll start with B-Block. Here are my top 4 matches from B-Block this year for G1 Climax 30. In no particular order. Actually, I ranked it in order from which they came. Not this match is my favorite, but in order which they came. So, the first match on this list is Tetsuya Knighto versus Hiroshi Tanashi from day 2. This match was just electric, man. And you know it's going to be great because you have Tetsuya Knighto, one of, if not the best babyface in New Japan, versus the biggest babyface that New Japan has ever had in Tanahashi. You know, both guys had the energy in there. And if the crowd was able to cheer, it would have been even more favorable. But they just had a great match. It was the match you expect them to have. They had plenty of matches in the past. This one was no different. It was awesome. It was great. Naito got the dub. It was one of the best matches of the tournament. A lot of people pegged this as the best match of the tournament. I would say definitely maybe top 3, top 4, top 5 for me. Next match, Evil versus Yoshihashi from day 4. I know a lot of people didn't really like that match too much because Evil was in it, and I don't blame them because Evil sucked. But this match, I love this match. I feel like Yoshihashi carried Evil to his best match all year. I mean, the energy, the fighting spirit of Yoshihashi. Evil was in there actually wrestling like he actually knew how to wrestle. He remembered how to wrestle for this match. I can't speak for every match after that, but he remembered how to wrestle for this match. And he didn't cheat. Well, he did cheat. Never mind. So, I'm about to say he didn't cheat as much, but he did cheat. Yoshihashi had some really good hope spots in here. There was one point where Yoshihashi had his butterfly lock locked in on Evil. And he had this thing locked on Evil for like a good minute and a half. And it gave me like, when I think of like submission holds and like really long submission holds, one match sticks in my head forever, and that is Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler from NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. 1, I was there. And 2, like, Shayna Baszler at this point was a submission. She was like a submission machine. She was winning with all types of submissions, mainly the Karafuda clutch. But she could beat you with the armbar. She could beat you with a leg lock. She could beat you with a standard like bear hug if she wanted to. Like, if she had a submission locked in, she could beat you with it. And that story was Ember Moon had an arm injury going in. And Shayna was targeting that match all night, and she ended up locking this armbar. And Ember was struggling. The crowd's like, come on, Ember, come on, come on, come on. And Shayna's like, has it in. She's rushing in, and Ember's like, she's selling it like hell. She's like, she's in pain, but she won't tap. And she's trying to reverse, she's trying to roll, and Shayna keeps on rolling with her. And it's like, she's in this for so long, you're like, she's gonna tap at some point. But you're like, no, stay in it, stay in it. And she tries to turn into a pin, and then Shayna puts her right back on her back, and you're like, no, no, no. And then she finally turns into the pin, and she wins the match, and it was so awesome. Like, it wasn't even a great match, but like that ending always stuck out to me. So whenever there's like that submission spot where they're in there for a long time, I always compare it to that match. Like, is the crowd excitement there? Is the does it really feel like they're selling the submission very well? Is there a chance they could win? Is there a chance they could kick out? That's how I measure the submission spot, like the long submission spots. And I really like the submission spot because Yoshihashi had it on Evil, and you didn't know if Evil was actually going to pass out or not, because there were times where Evil was going motionless, referee was going to check on him, and he would go and reach his hand out to the rope, and then Yoshihashi would bend his hand back like, yeah, like the little Pete Dunne shit, and it's like, yo, is Yoshihashi gonna tap this man out? And then Evil fucking reaches the rope, and you're like, God damn it. Like, that was the one moment I'm like, Yoshihashi better win this match, bro, but then he didn't, because Evil had to come in here, dick Togo and all, and then low blowed him, and he won. But Yoshihashi was in here, he was the GOAT, he came in here and carried my man Evil to a match, so kudos to Yoshihashi. Day 4, that was really good. One of my favorite days. One of my favorite matches from the G1, by the way. Tetsuya Knighto versus Sanada from day 8. I'm not a big Sanada fan. You guys all know this. It's not a new discovery. It's common knowledge at this point. If you come to the Tyler Mask Patreon page, the YouTube channel, the Tyler Kun Wims YouTube channel, the Tyler Suplex Twitch channel, and Sanada match on, get ready for the slander. It's coming. It's inevitable. I will give him props here. This man showed more personality than I've ever seen from him in this match with Naito. And, you know, it's Naito. Naito is just that great at bringing the best out of people. I mean, most people. I think there's some people where they can. But in this match, Sanada actually showed more emotion. I ain't going to say he busted out every move in the goddamn sun, under the sun. But the moves he did actually felt like they meant something, and Naito being the aggressor and then Sanada making that comeback and him in the moonsault, you know, I wasn't cheering for Sanada at any point in time, but when he won, it was like, damn, bro, you earned that. Like, you beat Naito, you know what you mean? You earned that. You earned that victory, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at it. I can't hate on it. I don't like you, but I don't hate on your performance tonight. Good job, buddy, good job. That was me doing this match. That's my summary of the match, by the way. Sanada versus Hiroshi Tanashi from day 16. I thought this was a really good match, as most Sanada versus Tanashi matches are. If there is one guy that you can guarantee will go in there and give Sanada a great performance, it's Hiroshi Tanashi. Now, I don't know what it is about these two and their chemistry that just seems to be like really good, and I know 85, 90, maybe even 95% of it is Tanahashi. But Sanada is in here, and he's doing the submissions, and Tanahashi's is such a great seller, and I don't want to speak too much on this. I thought it was a really good match. A lot of people said it was the best match of B Block. I wouldn't go that far, but it was definitely a really good match. Definitely one of my favorites from B Block. Those are my top 4 matches from B Block. We're going to head into the top 6 matches from A Block. Starting from the top, Shingle Takage versus Will Ospreay from day 5. Most of you should have expected this match to be on here. They had an absolute barn burner of a match at BOSJ 26 finals last year. And this match, I wouldn't say it was as amazing as that match was, but it was a great match. It was a great match. Ospreay was a little bit more grounded in this match. He still did his flying moves. Shingo, he didn't go as fast as the BOSJ match, but it was a lot more hard hitting. There was a lot more I felt like the chemistry was a lot better. Like, what was that? There's a lot more chemistry between these men. A lot better psychology in a sense. I feel like there was a lot more flips and a lot more high spots in the BOSJ match. It felt a little bit more. I don't want to say watered down, because that's kind of a negative thing. It was a little bit more compact in here, and compact in a good way. I enjoyed it. A lot of people enjoyed it. Dave Meltzer enjoyed it. He gave it 5 stars. I think I gave this match an 8. I think I gave it an 8. I think when I first watched that, I didn't really think it was as great. As I watched it the second time, I'm like, damn, that was great. I enjoyed it. So that was that. Tai Chi versus Tomorrishi from day 9. This match fucking rocked. And it's sad that not a lot of people give it its flowers because it's Tai Chi. But this match was so goddamn great. And all the matches they have are great. New Japan Cup 2019 was great. Dominion 2019 was great. G1 29 was great. This match, I felt like may have been their best match they've had. They were given more time. I think they got like 19 minutes. It was a lot more striking, way more fighting spirit spots from Tai Chi than I ever expected or even remembered. the kicks from Tai Chi, the lariat from Ishii, the chops dealt in for both men, just the energy and the vibe. The crowd was even more into it than I thought they would be. Like, this match just rocked on all cylinders. This is one of the matches I would say, go all your way to watch. It was that great. I love that match. Shingle Takage versus Kazuchi Okada from day 13. I thought this match was, if not one of the best match of G1 Climax 30. The match was just awesome. And it was due in part to Shingo. And I have to say that because Okada just did not pick up any more of the weight after this match. Like, Shingo maybe punched him in the head so hard he became the Rainmaker once again. I don't know what it was. But these two had the Rainmaker match, the Okada epic that you expected. And it's definitely a match I would say to go out of your way to see. Tomohiro Ishii versus Jeff Cobb from day 13. This match was everything you'd want out of a Hoss match and more. Jeff Cobb at one point had a capture suplex on Ishii, and he launched this motherfucker so high in the air. Ishii was like, ah! Like when he was flying in the air. I thought that was actually kind of funny. I almost laughed when that happened. But Cobb was launching Ishii. Ishii wasn't even having that shit. He was chopping him and lariating him and hitting the enziguris and the powerbomb. And even the finish. The finish was awesome. Like, everything about this match was just great. Like, they've had matches in the past, but this was the pinnacle of it. Jeff Cobb in this tournament was on fire. He wasn't the MVP of the tournament, but this was definitely like some of the best Jeff Cobb matches I've seen since his days in Lucha Underground as Matanza Cueto. I'll go as far as saying that much. Minoru Suzuki versus Kota Ibushi from day 13. You notice a trend here? 3 day 13 matches. Hands down the best day of the tournament. Minoru Suzuki versus Kota Ibushi from day 13. Stiff striking. Everything you'd want from Kota Ibushi and Minoru Suzuki match was in here. It was absolutely great. And I feel like it's a little overrated because people were acting like this is the greatest match they ever seen. It was fantastic. It was this, it was that. I'm like, all right, bro, calm down a little bit. Calm down. I know Minoru Suzuki. He's really great at what he does. I would even say he's outstanding at what he does. Kota Ibushi is the greatest wrestler to ever live. But this is not the greatest match I've ever seen. And I don't even think it was the greatest match of the entire tournament. So, yeah, calm down a little bit. But it was great. It was great. Definitely check out if you have time. Tomohiro Ishii versus Jay White. This was amazing. Amazing. I love this match so much. Jay White in here doing his shtick, chopping the hell out of Ishii, keeping him grounded, targeting the leg. Ishii keeping his ground, doing his Stone Pitbull spots. They had matches in the past before, but this one was really, really on top of its game. And I don't want to speak too much on it, but Ishii did beat Jay White here. Shocker of the century. Everything about it, I just loved. I loved the match. And I would definitely say it was my favorite match of A Block. I would maybe even put over Shingo and Okada. Maybe, if not, right on that level. I would say Ishii versus Jay White was my favorite match of A Block. Bar none. But those are my top 10 matches of the G1 Climax tournament. Top 6 from A Block, top 4 from B Block, top 4 from B Block. Tell me what you guys think down below. MVP, not the actual MVP from WWE. He was in New Japan at one point. Actually, little fun fact if you didn't know, MVP was actually the first ever IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Bet you didn't know that. Yeah, he is. But most valuable player of A Block, who in my opinion was the MVP of A Block, who was the guy who putting on the most consistently great performances. My opinion, it was Minoru Suzuki. I know the easy answer is Kota Ibushi or Jay White or Ishii, but Minoru Suzuki was in here and he had, I would say, bar none, like really good matches with everybody. Like the minimum might have been good. The minimum was good. Ishii did not have a bad performance at all in this tournament. Maybe Okada, I would say, was his worst match, but even that was good in my opinion, and it was mostly due to Suzuki. Like, he was just on fire, and he was doing tilt whirls. He was doing the best transitions I've ever seen him, and this man is 53 years old. It's ridiculous. I want to be that agile 53 years old. I'm not even that agile 23 years old. This man got 30 years on me, and he's faster, more agile, and scarier than me. That's kind of depressing. That is depressing. Anyway, MVP of B Block. Who in my opinion was the best of B Block? Like I said earlier, it's Tetsuya Knighto. Tetsuya Knighto carried this damn block. If he wasn't here, that block would have been in the shitter. The man went in here, he had a great match with Tanashi, he had a great match with Sanada. And no, I didn't put him on the list of top 4 B Block matches. I like the match with Juice, I like this match with Goto, I like this match with Yoshihashi. I didn't think he had a bad match in here. Like, even though the match with Yano wasn't everybody's cup of tea, it wasn't bad. I didn't think it was a bad match. So, yeah, the dude was just on fire. So, Minoru Suzuki, Tetsuya Knighto were the MVPs of the block. Matches of the tournament, easy answer. Tomorrishi versus Jerry from day 17 of A block. And Tetsuya Knighto versus Hiroshi Tanashi from day 2 of B block. You know, I may have only said that just to appease the Puro fans. Low-key, Evil versus Yoshihashi was the best match of B block. But moving on. Moving on. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, giving me your time of day. I very much appreciate it. After this is done, consider going to my Patreon, patreon.com/TylerMass. That's where all my G1 Climax reviews are. A big shout out to Mason Goldberg, Heather Rice, Aaron Caravan, and Colleen Smits, who are my very first Patreon backers. Here you can see where all the tiers lie for my Patreon. There's a lot of stuff you can handle, a lot of stuff to gain from watching it. It's worth your time. It's worth your bill. And I also suggest going over to my YouTube channel, Tyler Mass. You can go in the YouTube search bar and search it up, and I should appear. And then go to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TylerSuplex, to follow me whenever I go live for watching these shows. And yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.